Listen, we've been talking about this for a minute. We need some guests on the show. Like, it's given we need some more, I don't know, feminine energy. So
come on.
I'm very excited today to have, drum roll please, Miss MiAsia Symone from Hot 1079.
Hey y'all.
Welcome. Now you are on one of the hottest hip hop stations in Atlanta, girl. How does it feel to be? How does it feel?
The hottest.
Yes, the hottest. How does it feel to be like a booked baddie? Like with all, like you are an internet sensation. Like you are the face. Well, how does that feel?
Well, honestly, I mean, it's definitely, they always say it's a no overnight success is truly an overnight success. I mean, this is year 10 for me in the industry. This is year 9 in radio. So what you're seeing now is all the groundwork from being an intern, working my way up, you know, just putting in the groundwork, humbling myself. And, you know, this is, you know, there's no risk without reward, or there's no reward without risk.
Absolutely.
Amen to that. So you said you did some intern work. How did you get started in this? Like, what was your first radio spot?
So my first radio spot was, I can't really say it. I kind of get a little...
What was that? Now we got the drama already.
Yeah, but I was at a station that is no longer the station that I'm at, but it's another urban station in the market. Okay. And I started as an intern there, and I worked my way up. And it is what I can thank is that station, because that station did, even though it wasn't on a corporate level, you know, it's Black, it's independently owned. You know, I respected what they did for the culture, because there's not too many radio stations that have an internship program. So, you know, like they were able to give you that experience, that hands-on experience, to where you can touch a board, you can do a commercial, you can help the personalities with their stories, you know, and stuff like that. So it was kind of grooming me. It was a perfect internship, honestly. And then from there, I ended up leaving, and I bounced around to some other stations. And then I came back as an on-air personality there. Now I did 2 years there on air, on the night show, and I was more of a segment. But now I'm here at Hot. I'm a night show as a co-host. So it's kind of like my journey has been, you know, all over the place, but I think that it was aligned the whole entire time.
Nice. That's cool. How did you know, like, entertainment was your calling?
Right. I didn't. Honestly, I played sports my whole entire life. So wow. I wanted to be in the WNBA. Like, I wanted to play overseas. Yes, I wanted to be the one, you know, like, I want y'all to be coming to my games, and I wanted to be like the Angel Reeses and the Caitlin Clarks and stuff like that. But God had other plans. You know, I tore my ACL. I was having knee complications. I was transferring from school to school, and I was like, okay, you know what? Since I can't play, I want to be a sports broadcaster. I want to be a sports baddie or whatever. So broadcast baddie. And that didn't work either. But entertainment kept falling in my lap. Like, people kept saying, hey, I want you to interview this rapper. I want you to interview this artist. So what I did was, I'm like, I don't have a platform. So I went and bought this mic flag, and it said MiAsia Symone Live on it. And I went out and started interviewing people. And once I did that, I started growing my own brand, and people started asking, who is this girl walking around with this microphone? You know, she does great interviews. She has great energy. And from then, I was able to grow.
Come on now. I love that you decided to do the work yourself. Like, it's always, I know, Lene, we have this conversation all the time, trying having to start something and, you know, just getting your feet wet with it, but building something of your own, you know, from the ground up. I know that you said you're co-hosting now, and tell us a little bit about your co-host, because this seems like, even though it's something that you weren't really interested in, baby, you kind of like real comfortable here. Like, it's you.
Yeah, so Hot at Night is the name of the show. It's a new night show in the city. It's filled with energy. I had the honor of hosting it with my very good friend, Flag IDC. He was who I was on the show with when I was at the other station. And so we have a lot of history. I've known him if I've been in this industry for 10 years, I've known him for 9. You know, so we were able to just grow this thing together. We're taking it bit by bit. And yeah, it's Hot at Night. It's what I can say about it is the pave was already set. The pavement was already set when it comes to being in that slot, because we had Incognito and DJ Mrs. who were on the night show killing it. You know, they were killing it for years. And so they pretty much set the tone, and we're able to slip into that spot and just, you know, take it to the next level. So that's what we're doing now. And they actually moved to afternoons. Posted on the corner is now afternoons.
Nice. That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I'm here in Atlanta, so I get all the radio tunes and stuff. So I, be tuned in and listening. So all of these names sound really familiar to me.
Okay.
Because I've been in Atlanta for about 10 years, and so I'm listening. And I'm like, oh yeah, I know these people. But I know you left out. No, because friend, I'm about to tell her about the live event.
Okay.
Like MiAsia, I hope, because my friend Lene, she's in DC, and so we've been doing this virtually, but we love when she comes to visit. I'm always going to DC and stuff, and so we're having a live event, and of course we would love you to be a part of it.
Please.
But just being active out in the community and stuff like that. Which brings me to ask about your community impact, because you have a nonprofit, correct?
Yes. So I have a nonprofit organization called Hands on the Future Foundation. And basically, it focuses on empowering the youth, helping them to become future leaders and confident citizens. Like, we want to be able to put these kids in position, no matter what circumstances they, have, or whatever obstacles are thrown their way. A lot of the kids that we focus on are the children of families in need. So, our goal is to provide those resources. Like, I have an annual back to school event, where last year we just had it at Dave & Buster's Marietta. We gave out 700 plus backpacks. We had over 1,000 people in attendance.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
And then I have a 12 days of Christmas event coming up where I bless 12 families. I just dress up as Mrs. Claus and I go door to door surprising people with Christmas. So there's a lot that we do. And then I also plan to start, virtual mentorship programs and stuff like that, to where they feel like they have a big sister. I always want to be looked at as like the big sister, not the mother figure, not auntie. I want them to be able to come to me as, look at me as, man, this is a sister I never had. And so that's what my goal is with that nonprofit organization.
I have a question. So with you doing so much and amazing things, thank you so much. Cause all the things you're talking about, how you're giving back, you're definitely an inspiration. Do you have any advice for young girls that's watching you, or boys, whomever, who, like you said, you didn't even know media was your stomping ground. You started off doing basketball, but you ended up here and you went full force for it. How do you have any advice for someone who really doesn't know where they want to go, but has a passion for multiple things?
I would say the being multifaceted comes from me being a Gemini. We're never satisfied. We're just always are you Gemini?
That's my sister for real. I didn't even know. My sister from another mister.
Yes.
I'm a Gemini. When is your birthday? I must know.
June 1st.
Okay, May 30th.
May 30th. We're 2 days apart. But yeah, I think with Geminis, we're very multifaceted and we're very multi-talented. And then what I can say about that is God gave you all these gifts for a reason. There's a reason why this strong air sign is put on this earth. You don't know who you're going to touch, but you got to make sure that there's balance within each category, because you don't want to overwork yourself and then feel all over the place and you don't complete any task. So I would say, for the people who are not Geminis, or the people who are not, who are just kind of still trying to find their way, just probably take 2 things to focus on. Just so you're not bored. Okay, I have a nonprofit organization. I have radio. I have a shoe store. I have all these different things. But right now, I'm really, really focused on the radio part and my hosting. And then my nonprofit organization, I sprinkle in there because it's kind of low maintenance. It kind of takes care of itself. So I would just say focus on 2 things and then build them, grow them simultaneously. In the morning, you can work on whatever it is you're working on. And then at night, I go to the radio station. So just split your day in half, and that way you can watch both of your things grow at the same time.
Awesome.
That sounds amazing. Now I heard a key word. Something about a shoe store. Now your girl, closet full of kicks. Closet full. I'm talking about kicks, sandals, pumps, boots. It don't matter. I love a shoe. So I need to know, where can we find these shoes?
What's the name of
it?
The name of my shoe store is House of Heels Atlanta. It is it's my baby, my project that I started during the pandemic. It was more of a pandemic business. And then I kind of as I got back into radio, it kind of fell to the wayside a little bit. So my challenge has been getting this thing off the ground. Honestly, I'm just being transparent. It's not easy sitting on inventory. And I have shoes that are inside of a bridal shop in Covington. And, I have shoes here with me. I have shoes in storage. So I have so many different pair of shoes, and I just need to redirect my marketing with that. So there may be a relaunch coming, and maybe I can have y'all be a part of it. You know, like
yes,
I was about to say, girl, we love a brand ambassadorship.
Yes,
yes. Don't threaten me with no good time. Well,
because I have a good time.
Listen. I can always find room for another pair of shoes.
For another pair of shoes, too.
So I have enjoyed speaking to you, but we don't want you to go just yet. In the utmost respect for your time. But girl, we got a segment called Sister to Sister, and we just want to know what you think. Do you want to hang out with us for a minute?
Okay, I can do that. Let's go.
Okay, so in this segment, we have a segment called Sister to Sister where people can chime in. They'll leave us a voicemail on our SpeakPipe. It's speakpipe.com/she said it first. And girl, you'd be surprised some of these messages that we get. But you know, me and Lene, we are licensed professionals. And so we give out the best, whether it's relationship, business, friendship advice. And I think we've been doing a pretty good job.
We got our masters. The other Tuesday, we got our masters.
Yeah. And so we definitely are very proud of this establishment here. So we just want to get your take. Let's listen to who we got on the line this week.
Hello. I wanted to ask a question about building relationships in your early to mid 30s, both personal and romantic relationships. We all know making new friends as an adult, whether it be your early 30s, late 20s, it's not as easy as it is when you're younger. You're not in the right setting to make friends. So I wanted to get your opinion on what advice you would give for meeting new people and going out there and meeting new people. And then, you know, as far as dating as well, you know, it's easier to meet someone and find someone to date when you have friends to go out with, when you can have good vibes and energy to bounce off of one another. So when you're going out by yourself, a lot of times it makes it a little challenging to meet men, and men are a little bit more apprehensive to approach women when they are alone, or, you know, when they seem more reserved, because obviously they're by themselves, they're not going to be as outspoken. So
okay, yeah, Jahi, because I was gonna say
he said that's enough. Turn it on.
Baby, cut it off. Okay, so MiAsia, we usually just try to give our heartfelt advice, but what you think about this, sis?
I think when it comes to meeting personal, so did she just only spoke on the personal, right?
And relationships,
friendships.
Yeah.
Relationships, friendships. So men or women are obviously two different, you know, sides of the spectrum. When it comes to women, I think it's more so like when you walk in the room and you see the girl who compliments you on your dress. Oh, I like your hair, or I like your outfit, or hey, let me help you with this, or is someone sitting here? You know, I think that's how those relationships start, because it's a person that is open. Even though you don't know each other, that common courtesy leads from one thing to the next. So I think that, you know, when you walk into a room, don't walk into a room looking for the person that you're going to meet. Let that person meet you. It'll happen naturally. It could be, oh, you bumped and spilled a drink on the shirt and now y'all are best friends because she messed up your outfit. You know, it could be something like that, you know, as far as a woman goes. Now, men, it's kind of the same thing, because I really believe in the men pursuing the women. So, but as long as you are operating in your femininity, that man is going to come to you. You know, like whoever is supposed to be for you is going to be for you. And the energy's aligned. Like, I'm really big on energy. And I think with men, when you finally do get that conversation where the man is like, hey, you know, let's, like, nice to meet you. I like to get to know you. Women, we have to stop turning these men down. We have to stop saying, oh, I'm okay, or lying saying I got a man, unless they're coming at you disrespectful. I'm really big on being respectful. So even if you're not my type, even if I don't see a future with you relationship wise, you don't know what that friendship could actually do. And naturally, you're going to be attracted to the opposite sex. So, like, if a man comes up to you and is like, hey, you know, I got this business, I want you to check it out, or you should drop by, you know, you appreciate the gesture. You don't just, I see a lot of women like, oh, I got a man, but he like, I didn't even say nothing about dating you, you know, like, because you have to get a feel of who these people are and where they should go in your life. So I think it's more so go off of the energy and then figure out where those people are going to be placed in your life and how they're going to be placed.
I think you got your associate. You don't got your master's, but you got your associate.
But that was pretty solid.
It was very solid. That was solid advice. And I, you know what? I I really received your advice as a woman in her 30s. You know what I mean? Where still making friends, trying to figure out relationships. So I received that information wholeheartedly. I never thought about it as like, if I go somewhere and someone compliments me and just sparking a conversation. Of course I do that, but like keeping it going. I think that's always the thing. It's like, you have the conversation, you guys are engaged, and then you're like, we need to link up. And like, y'all never link up.
Do.
You know, like, like just being intentional and making sure moving the relationships forward.
Mm-hmm.
And
it doesn't always. Yeah, it doesn't always continue. You know, like it could be a thing where you follow that Instagram is the best situation because you could follow each other and you could sit back and watch like, okay, I met this person, but I'm not going to force this relationship. I'm going to see how they act on social. Like, what are the things they post? You know, like, do I like their content? Because, you know, content tells you a lot about a person too. So, you know, click follow each other, see if you like that person, and then you'll see how you can align later on down the line. But I think social media has saved us in that aspect because you're able to, you don't feel forced like, all right, I got this person's number, now I got to call them, now I got to talk to them. And then you find out they, you know, crazy or they just don't align.
So true.
That's really good advice. Yeah. I was going to say, that's, you hit the nail on the head with sparking up a conversation and being intentional about continuing it because the way I will say thank you and move on to the next thing, baby, I can't hear nothing but the compliment. Oh my God, thank you so much. And I'm, you know, because I'm in my head, I got things to do. And it's really a very self-absorbed kind of mentality. And so the fact that you're saying that is kind of like a mirror to me, like, dang, maybe I have been missing a few not just having a man, like you said, it could be a business opportunity or just a genuine friendship that could spark other working opportunities or paid opportunities, whatever the case may be. So I think consensus is just be open to receive and allow yourself to experience whatever that may be, because everybody's now I have to say this because no, Lene, don't do that.
Lene,
now,
where we going with it, Jerrilyn?
now, some of these men now.
I knew it. Jerrilyn, we was supposed to let MiAsia take the lead. Take the lead on this. We said we wasn't doing that no more. I'm tired. Because nobody. Well, that's too damn bad. You keep it.
Too damn bad.
Listen, I mean, I guess it's being open to things, but also having a spirit of discernment, because I'm just not turning around for a yellow dress no more. Like, I'm not doing it.
Girl, boo.
You ain't got no business. You ain't got nothing important to tell me. You try to holler, and I'm not interested. And that, you know, listen, these dudes at the gas station, they will make you feel like Beyonce. They be the most toxic ones.
They do. Yeah, they do. I've never dated anybody from the gas station, but they always make you feel beautiful. That's one thing I can say. When it comes to the men, I think that, you know, they know automatically. Most of the time, men see you before you see them. They've already spotted you. They already peeped you out. So they're trying to figure out how to approach you. And a lot of men are not really good with approaching. So once you get past the rough part of the approaching to see exactly what it is that they want, then it makes it easier. But it be rough. It's always rough. It's a little rough. It's awkward. It's like, you know, spit it out, say what you're going to say. They're stumbling, or they may say something that's almost insulting, but they really meant to compliment you. Like, it could be rough, but you just got to like weed through it.
Child, not a backhanded compliment, child. I'm going to get one right back. I'm going to get one right back.
Hello.
That's like, look good. It's growing. I see it coming in. You're doing good with that.
Right. Your beard almost connected. You were so close.
So close.
You were so close.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I hope old girl listening got what she needed. I surely did. This was good for my soul.
Yes.
This was good for my soul. And so, girl, I hope you be our friend in real life. Yeah. And we are officially inviting you to our live event. It'll be later on this month. And so we would love to see you there. And of course, any opportunities you have for networking in the city, all your events, 12 Days of Christmas, all hands on deck with me. And I know the nation is the same. Whatever we can do, we'll help you. And we have just enjoyed you so much. Thank you so much for being on our show. I want you to tell our listeners how they can find you.
Well, you can follow me on all social media at MiAsia Symone. That's MiAsia and Symone with a Y on all social media platforms. And I appreciate you ladies so much for having me. And I'm more than honored to be your very first guest, because I know what it feels like to get something started and to say you're going to do it. the only advice I can give you is stick to it. Like consistency, do exactly what you're doing now. Your energy bouncing off of each other is amazing. I could tell y'all, I don't know if y'all are real friends or not, but it feels like, you know, so.
We get that a lot.
We do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like, definitely your words of wisdom stick with me. I appreciate you. And I don't even know you, but now I do. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, we're besties now, so.